Well, now shifting our focus to a story we were talking about earlier, Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh's assassination in Iran's Tehran. To talk more on this and the implications of Ismail Haniyeh's death, we are now being joined by Mr. Alex Treman, CEO and Jerusalem Bureau Chief of Jewish News Syndicate. Welcome to WION World is One, Mr. Treman. I want to first start by asking you that nobody till now has claimed the responsibility of the attack that has killed Ismail Haniyeh. The Israeli government has also not commented on it. Talk to us about how these attacks, because earlier we saw Israel targeting Beirut, what kind of impact will this have on the ongoing war in Gaza and the regional implications of the volatile West Asia?
Well, Israel hopes that this has a major impact on the war because it demonstrates to the leaders of these terrorist organizations that Israel can reach them in any place at any time by any means. We saw the strike in Beirut using a missile from a plane, and we saw the strike on Ismail Haniyeh by assassination inside Tehran without using planes. So these are the senior leadership of some of the world's most powerful terrorist organizations, and Israel's hoping that these assassinations will have a reverberating effect.
Just a follow-up on that, Mr. Treman, you speak of how there will be broader regional implications of the death of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh. Earlier, like you also mentioned, we saw Israel targeted attack in Beirut. What kind of broader messaging is Israel sending at the moment?
Well, Israel wants to win these wars. Israel wants to defeat Hamas, wants to defeat Hezbollah, and the way that you do that is by taking out the senior leadership of these organizations. Inside Gaza, Israel's defeated many of the battalions there, but until the senior leadership understands that the war is over, they will continue to fight. Ismail Haniyeh has been one of the most important figures inside Hamas for many years, and by taking him out, they're demonstrating to the other leaders that they're next.
Right, and do you think that the death of Ismail Haniyeh, a prominent Hamas leader, will have any bearing on Israel's military operation in Gaza now that you say that it will have a positive impact on Israel and its operation in Gaza?
Well, Israel has said that they're going to go after the leadership of Hamas wherever they are. We saw just a couple of weeks ago they targeted Mohammed Deif inside Gaza, and now Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran. Khalid Mashal is also in Qatar right now. He's a senior leader of Hamas, and Israel has its primary target on Yahya Sinwar, who's the head of the Hamas organization inside Gaza, and they're going to continue to try to find these leaders.
Right. Mr. Treman, are you anticipating any Iranian response at this point of time? Because the Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh was killed in Tehran.
Yeah, and that's a message to the Islamic Republic as well, that Israel has capabilities to operate even inside Tehran. Is there the possibility of retaliation after these two assassinations? There is the possibility of retaliation. At the same time, that's the reason why Israel has not publicly claimed responsibility, even though everybody assumes that it's Israel, giving the Iranian regime the opportunity to plead ignorance and not strike directly back against Israel.
After Hamas's leader's death, Ismail Haniyeh, Hamas officials are saying that the attack will not go unnoticed and Haniyeh's blood will not be wasted. What kind of retaliation are you expecting, and how will this perhaps impact the ceasefire, the hostage release talks between the IDF and Hamas militants?
Hamas doesn't really have that many cards left aside from the hostages. In terms of the damage that they can do to the Israeli home front, it's extremely limited. They've run out of most of their rockets. They're unable to cross the border like they did on October 7th. They've been fighting against Israeli troops inside Gaza with extremely limited success up until now. Could we see the possible assassination of some of the hostages that remain alive inside Gaza? I think that is a possibility. But as far as Israel is concerned, they have to perpetrate this war to the end, and the only way to do that is to take out Hamas's senior leadership.
Right, Mr. Treman, thank you so much for joining us on WION with your insights.
Thank you for having me.